CenturyLink. CenturyLink, your link begins here. Find out more at CenturyLink.com/link. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. For more info, visit EmeraldQueen.com. And welcome back to Safeco Field as we get ready for game 104 between the Mariners and the Tampa Bay Rays. Along the way, we'll keep you up to date on the other action around Major League Baseball, including the Rangers and the Indians in Cleveland. And we'll also tell you what's going on in Game 2 of the NBA Finals. The Miami Heat looking to go up 2-0 on the Dallas Mavericks. But right now the focus on baseball. Game 1 with Felix on the mound. And with that, we send it upstairs to Dave Sims and Mike Blowers. Guys?
All right, Tom, thank you. Good to have you with us this evening. Good evening, everybody. We anticipate a really good pitching matchup, and it's a rematch of a game that we had a few years ago here at Safeco Field. It's James Shields against Felix Hernandez. Are still cut above the rest. April 23rd of that year. How about Ichiro? He leads off the game, Mike, with second pitch of the game. He hits a solo home run.
And little at that point, we didn't realize it, but that was going to be the only run of the ball game because of the job that James Shields did. Settled down, pitch a nice game. But fortunately, Felix Hernandez was one run better. But you don't see that very often, a 1-0 game that the Mariners ended up playing and winning back in 2009.
Shields allowed just 4 hits in 7 1/3 innings, striking out 4, walking 1. Meanwhile, Felix Hernandez, 4 hits, 7 innings on the mound, just the 22nd time in big league history a team hit a leadoff home run and made it stand up for a victory. You just don't see that anymore.
No, you don't. What was it, 20 times in the course of the history of the game or something like that? So you don't see that.
And maybe today we get a little history repeating itself with Ichiro getting a home run early in the game. It has been a long time since he went deep. Sun's starting to peek through. Final hours of this day. A lot of clouds above, but we like that opening just above Safeco Field. We're ready for first pitch action here in Seattle. Welcome to Seattle, everybody. Take your pick. You like the cloudy stuff on the left, or do you like the sunny stuff on the right? We got a little of both tonight here for Major League Baseball. Tonight, the Tampa Bay Rays in town to take on the Seattle Mariners. Glad you could join us here on Root Sports. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, and the Root Sports crew as we get ready to open up this 4-game set. And let's take a look at the batting order for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Thank you, Dave. Leading things off, it'll be Ben Zobrist, and then Matt Joyce hits second. What a start he is off to, hitting .361 with 9 home runs. Longoria, on the other hand, struggling, hitting third today. And then, of course, the veteran Kelly Shopping will hit ninth, the veteran catcher. Felix Hernandez and his numbers. Nice ERA to 3.19, 84 and 2/3 innings pitched for Felix, 81 strikeouts. Opponent's average is 226. And the defense behind them: Figueroa, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. On the infield, Biggins back in the lineup. He'll play third. Ryan and Kennedy up the middle. Smoke will play first, and Miguel Olivo is behind the plate.
Well, it's great to have Felix on the mound, the reigning American League Cy Young Award winner. And first pitch to Zobrist is down low for ball. 57 degrees. West at 3 are the winds. Up high to Felix. And Mike, we talked about this a lot during the course of this run for Felix. Get him out of the first inning.
Trying to keep his pitch count down so he can work deep into the game. Typically the first or the second inning have been a problem for Felix as he pours in a strike with a good fastball at 93 miles an hour.
Felix a no decision in his last time out against the Yankees. 7 innings of 6 hit, 4-run ball. He walked 5. That's a season high. And Zobrist swings through it, 2-2. Ben 2 for 12. There it is, 2 for 12 against Felix. Felix 2-1 against Tampa Bay with a 2.42 ERA. Ground ball past first base coach George Hendrick.
Felix going with his changeup on that last pitch. I think that will be a nice pitch for him in today's game. The Rays throwing 6 left-handed hitters at him.
2-2 popped up. Playable on the infield for Mr. Figgins, who's back after a couple of days on the bench. 1 out.
This is a breaking ball that's up in the zone. And Zobrist pops it up, but you can see this one's hanging a little bit right around belt high, maybe just above the belt. Felix ends up recording an out.
Contrasting fortunes recently for these two ball clubs. The Mariners have won 12 of the last 16. They've won 5 consecutive series. The Rays have lost 8 of 12, 11 of 17. As that is a fair ball, says Jim Wolf. Off the bat of Matt Joyce, who's really done a great job using the entire field. To throw by Ichiro not in time. So Matt Joyce with the double, his 14th of the season. He's second on the club to Ben Zobrist. Leading hitter in the American League.
Oh, highlighted Joyce at the start of the game, hitting second for the Rays, not messing around. Jumps on a first pitch fastball, up and out over the plate, and hooks it right inside the bag. Thought maybe it was going to go foul, but it hits right on the chalk.
Joyce coming over from Detroit when Tampa Bay passed on Edwin Jackson, who's now with the White Sox. Here's Evan Longoria. Batted a few games in the leadoff spot in the last week. Said, how'd you like it? It got me going. So he's swinging the bat a little bit better. He's up to 240. Today in Sporting News, he was named the 7th best player in Major League Baseball as we speak. Swing and a miss. They named the top 50 players in Major League Baseball. Who do you think was number 1?
Albert.
Absolutely. Tulo Felix was number 3. That's a big strikeout to get rid of Longoria. 2 outs here in the first inning. So the top 50 Major League players. Let's take a look at the top 5. And it is a heck of a group. You're going to win some ball games with this crew if you can put them all together. Albert, Tulo, Felix, Joey Votto, and Tim Lincecum. Olivo keeps it in front of him. Down low to Johnny Damon. Second 5. Roy Halladay, Evan Longoria, Miguel Cabrera, Joe Mauer, and Josh Hamilton. You got any additions or corrections there you want to make?
I think looking at that, probably I would move Cabrera up on that list. I think he's a top 5
Just
guy.
based on what he does to the Mariners.
That's enough, right?
Johnny Damon swinging a miss. Johnny, the veteran, been around Oakland, Kansas City, Yankees, Boston. Does well against Felix too, and Felix knows that he's 9 for 16.
And throughout his career, he's hit first or second, but he's hitting cleanup for the Rays. 7 home runs on the year, 30 RBIs. He's done a nice job hitting 275.
He's had a great career. All 2 strikes. Up high. There's Johnny. 1,077 RBIs. 73rd all-time in hits. 2,627. Next in line, Jimmy XX Fox at 2,646 as that one misses. Felix trying to shut the door here in the first inning. Runner goes, throw down, no throw, as Damon works a walk and a stolen base for Joyce. For Joyce, his 4th, he's 4 for 4. It'll bring up B.J. Upton. BJ, a few years ago, was a middle infielder. Now a doggone good center fielder. Two down, runners at the corners. Bounce foul, fielded by Tom Foley, former Major League infielder. Look at BJ, 326 on the road, and the team in general, 258 on the road, 232 at home. I said, what's up with that? He says, I don't like the ballpark. A lot of guys don't.
I think the Trop looks like a pretty good place to hit.
They don't like it. I know. Probably different from what you had at the Kingdom.
Kingdom, yeah.
A lot of pitches here for Felix in the first. Hammered, foul. And Rays, talking to Joe Madden before the game, there's a Felix in 5 allowed, 4 earned, 12 starts this season in the first. That's what we were talking about earlier. Joe Madden doesn't have he's still trying to put a handle on why they have not as much success. Dave Martinez with the beard, bench coach. 232 team batting average at home, 258 on the road, and the best road record in the AL at 15-10. Joe's in his 6th year.
Felix has thrown 2 fastballs to Upton, 95 and 94, and he's pulled them both foul.
Runner goes, Damon, and B.J. Upton strikes out, and that'll do it for the Rays here in the first. So Felix leaves a couple on. Nothing across for Tampa Bay. It's a Kings Court night here at Safeco. Well, Felix Hernandez got out of the first inning, got out of a jam with 2 outs, a big strikeout of B.J. Upton, his second K of the inning. Let's take a look at the Mariner batting order as they continue their healthy ways here in the last couple of weeks.
Ichiro leading things off for the Mariners as usual. Brendan Ryan snapped an 11-game hitting streak in yesterday's ballgame, going 0 for 4. Adam Kennedy, what a job he has done, hitting .285 coming into the game. And then Sean Figgins with a couple of days off, back in the lineup today and hitting 8. And the numbers for Shields, nice ERA. 2.15 ERA, 81 strikeouts. That matches Felix' opponent's average, just 2.13.
Shields overall third in ERA in the American League. First in road ERA at 1.88 as Ichiro swings and misses. Ichiro 11 for 30 against James Shields. But the last weekend change, Ichiro has not been the Mariners' leading hitter with average. It's been Adam Kennedy. He's in the lineup tonight. Adam at 285, Ichiro at 276 starting this at bat.
I wonder how many times that's happened in the first week of June over the last 10 years.
I can't imagine more than once, twice tops. Late swinging there.
I would have to agree with you.
All at 2 strikes to Ichiro. Popped it up out of play. Ichiro just 5 for 25 on a homestand. Since May 19th, give you an idea. And this is a guy that's going to the Hall of Fame, one of the great hitters of all time. He's hitting a .187 since the 19th of May. 10 for 53. Strike 3 called. Played umpire Ron Culpa, Jim Wolf at first, Darryl Cousins at second, and Jim Joyce at third. So Shields rings up his first K of the night.
Take a look at the defense for the Rays. B.J. Upton in center field. He can go get it with the best of them. In the infield, Evan Longoria, as Dave mentioned, one of the top 10 players in Major League Baseball. And Kelly Shopping, veteran from Cleveland, will do the catching.
There's Brendan Ryan. He's had a lot of success. The 11-game hitting streak, which came to conclusion last night. But during that time, Mike, he stayed with everything pretty much up the middle and to the right side with a lot of success.
Always a good formula. You let the ball get a little bit deeper, you get a better look at it, and makes you stay inside the baseball. There's a lot of hits hitting the ball the other way.
Shields, 1-1. That's fouled into the glove of Shopik. 0-2 strikes. Great month of May for Ryan. He had 384, 28 for 73. What an improvement. And he strikes out, tagged by Shopik, 2 down. Bring up Justin Smoke. Coming off an 0 for 4. He is the Mariner power threat. Leads the ball club. Homers, RBIs, total bases, doubles, slugging, and long home runs. Two for 6 against Shields, and this one taken easily by Felipe Lopez. And Shields has a quick 1-2-3 inning. We move to the second here at Safeco Field. Good pitching matchup in store. It's Shields and Hernandez. Bernendez out in the King's Court. You got to love it here. Get on board the Mariners Go Green fan train tomorrow. Mariners meet the Rays, game 2 of this 4-game set. First 20,000 fans, you know what you're going to get? You're going to get this year's edition of the popular collectible train car series. Get your tickets. Mariners Go Green fan train night. Mariners.com/tickets. Felipe Lopez, Sam Fulton, Reed Brignac. 6, 7, and 8 here for the Tampa Bay Rays. Bouncing ball down to Figgins. Second chance tonight. 1 out. Felix disposes of Lopez. He was hitting .217. Bottom part of this order, not exactly rife with huge numbers. You got Sam Fuld coming up, .229. Fuld got off to an unbelievable start, wasn't it? It seemed like every night he was making a catch in the outfield. And he was swinging the bat really well on top of that. Strike one from Felix.
I think the first month of the season, I'd never heard of him, and he made his own highlight reel.
It's going right after him. 0-2.
You could really see the movement on that last fastball at 94 miles an hour start in off the plate.
Fuld came over from the Cubbies in a deal for Matt Garza. Bounced up there. Yeah, you could, didn't matter what show you watched, there was at least one Sam Fuld catch, diving, sliding across the outfield. Strike 3 call. Felix read the scouting report. 2 down. Strikeout number 3.
This pitch at the top of the strike zone, but the main thing is the movement on it. Looks like a changeup running away from Fuld. He gives up on it. According to the tracer, definitely a strike on the outside corner.
Extraordinary amount of movement, and we've seen that even on Felix is having just a so-so day. I mean, if you have him with a good day, look out. Line drive, Ichiro, he's got it. And how about Felix? I got you short inning right here. He goes 1, 2, 3 in the second. No score. King's corner. King's Court. They're digging it. Come on.
That's full house over there in the King's Court today.
It really is. I like it. I like it a lot. Starbucks, we love you Fridays. It's back, and they're taking Seattle out to the ball game. Come into any of Seattle's Starbucks locations tomorrow after 3 p.m. You get a free Mariners ticket while supplies last. So get there in a hurry. For more information and a store list, go to starbucks.com/Seattle. The King's Court. And I think of King's Court, I think of Eddie Feynman, the great softball pitcher, but I like this King's Court even better. Here's Jack Cust. Eddie Feiner, the late great Eddie Feiner. He's the barnstorming softball team. He had what, pitching, himself pitching, a catcher and first baseman, an outfielder and a third baseman. That was it. Take on all comers. 2-0 to Jack Cust. Still looking for his first Safeco Field home run. High drive. Deep right field. Same place he hit it last week. A Jersey Jack Cust first home run at Safeco. He finally got one and the Mariners lead it 1-0. Jersey Jack. He got one in Minnesota last week. He got robbed the other day. Missed by about a foot and a half. Hang time again, and this time it left the yard.
Jack jumps on a fastball. Shields throws it, and it runs right down the middle of the plate. It was a towering fly ball. Probably good that he hit it early in the game before it gets dark out. Ball carrying a little bit better right now. There was a lot of air under this one, but it goes deep into the stands out in right center field.
415 feet. And you know the big guy's thrilled. It was good to see him finally get one in Minnesota. There's so many smiles in that dugout last week in Minnesota when he got one. 2-0 pitch and he jumps on it. His third hit career against Shields. Goody. Hooks one hard. This sounded good off the bat too. Was it the Yankee series where he got robbed? That's a heck of a blast by Jack Cust. You saw him get his first triple. That was Monday. First triple of the season, second career. Good for him.
We talked about it. 2009, Shields gave up a leadoff home run to Ichiro and ended up losing that game against Felix 1-0. And with the way these two guys have been pitching lately, that's a big run for the Mariners.
2-2. I like seeing that. Cust 2-0. He's been working his tail off. He hasn't panicked at all. That's one of the great things about what he's done through these first 56 games. Shown a lot of improvement the last few weeks. Yeah, it is. He's worked a full count. Jack said he just got a new batch of bats. He said he told his supplier, dude, could we get some home runs in these bats, please? 3-2 to Goody. Just stayed alive off of Shopik.
We talk about it all the time. Home run hitters usually hit them in bunches. It took him a little bit to get things going, but as you mentioned, he hit one on the road to get his first out of the way, and his first Safeco Field home run. So maybe as the weather heats up and he starts to feel a little better about things, start hitting some in bunches.
Game 56. He finally gets one here at home. This is the 31st home game. Rolls over on one to Brignac, the shortstop. And dropped. He's safe. Felipe Lopez had it and dropped it. E3. Mariners will take that break.
Kind of a strange play. Nice play by Brignac. Throw is fine. It looked like Lopez should have made the catch. He misses it. And by the time he picks it up with his bare hand, Franklin, who always runs hard, is by the base. And that'll be an error on the first baseman, Lopez.
Tell you what, in the years we've been here, the one thing I've always liked about the Mariner Ball Club, guys run out like 99% of the time, run hard down to first base. I know guys, friends of mine who do other teams, and you see other guys, you know, if they hit a long ball, they'll pimp, they'll Cadillac it, going up first base. If you hit a ground ball, I mean, we've seen Peguero almost get a couple base hits. This team, that's a trademark of this ball club. It's impressive. And it's something that, you shouldn't take for granted.
Well, it's something that you should do on a daily basis, but as you mentioned, there's a lot of clubs that don't.
Adam Kennedy, strike one. Adam, the leading batting average on the ball club at 285. Some of that's self-policing, right? Or certainly should be.
Oh, it is. Absolutely it is.
approach on the stretch by Shields. Going 2 down him.
Well, with the way things have gone for the first third of the season of Shields, you can see he's topped out at 93 miles an hour. Something like that is something that I'm sure that Eric Wedge would address right on the spot. He doesn't let things like that go. And I think that's been a big part of the success that the Mariners have had so far.
Kid is back 0 for 1 in base stealing this year. But if you want to put it in motion, he's a good guy to work with. Goody last year 25, got 28 in base stealing. Big league best. Went 16 for 21 the year before. Way outside, 1-2. Shields' last outing. Lost at Cleveland on the 28th. Last win was on the 22nd of May. Went complete game, went the distance, beating Florida. 1-2. Kennedy loops one over the shortstop's head into short center field. Gutierrez will stop at second, and the Mariners continue to brew here. Runners at first and second, nobody out, with a run in on the Jack Cust home run. For each home run hit by a Mariner player, Alaska Airlines donates 10,000 miles to our Make-A-Wish Home Runs for Wishes program. You can donate your own miles to Make-A-Wish at alaskaair.com. So Jack Cust, he has helped aided and abetted that fund with the home run. Brendan Ryan's, he's still looking to check in with a home run. Mariners last in the American League with homers. That homer by Jack made it 30. Here's Miguel Olivo. He's got 4 long clouts this season. Goria was in on the grass. Olivo did not indicate bunt.
Well, you don't have anybody out. You have Felix on the mound. Shields has been a tough customer, as we mentioned, at a 2.15 ERA. I wouldn't have been surprised if Eric Wedge had decided to play for a run and move the runners up. Looks like he's going to give Olivo an opportunity to swing it.
Shields 4-0 on the road, a 1.88 ERA. Breaking ball misses. 2-0. Good to see. You can see under Miguel around his left eye, it's healed up nicely after the faceplant invitational a few nights ago. Two 2-0. Good rip. A little bit late. 2-1. So Olivo trying to pick up a run or two here with Gutierrez and Kennedy on base. James Shields, California born, Newhall, California, lives in Clearwater, Florida. He has been a horse for this ball club too since 07, entering this year 853 innings pitched. 2-2. Full count now to Miguel Olivo.
Miguel has to be careful here. One of the things that makes Shields so tough is he will not give in to the hitters. He won't just groove him a fastball, even though he's in a little bit of trouble.
So Sean Figgins, he awaits his first game after being off the last 2 nights. Towering fly ball, straightaway left field. Sam Fold is under it. Gutierrez tags. He'll hold. So 1 out, 2 on, a run in. Hey, good news here. We want to create a new word for you with spring and winter, so we go with sprinter. Guess what? It's going to take a break. Friday, look at that, lows in the 70s. Saturday, mid-70s, and mid-70s for Sunday. Come on out. Got a good ball club here in Seattle, folks. Come check them out. They're a game over 500 and start tonight a game and a half behind Texas. The American League West, make that 2 now because Texas has beaten Cleveland 7-4. Here's Sean Figgins. Strike 1 of Figgins. And the last time he remembers having some time off was in 07 with the Angels. He had fractured a finger, came back too soon, needed a couple of days. Mike Socia gave him those days off. This was one of those clear head operations. He hadn't been swinging the bat effectively at all, and he knows it. Still trying to get comfortable, still trying to get consistent. Said, I got to be more consistent with my rhythm, not worry about the results. Yeah, I've been hitting, when I do hit the ball, it's right at people, but I got to just keep hitting the ball hard, and they'll start falling in. As for the boos, he says, it doesn't matter, doesn't bother me. It shakes up the coaching staff on the Tampa Bay side.
A lot of times when you get those days off, it's not just to clear your head, but you can actually get a lot of extra work in, because typically when you have a move like that, the manager will let you know that you're not going in the ball game unless everybody gets hurt. So that's the clear your head part. The other part is just getting a lot of work in with not having to worry about having the pressure of the game on top of you.
Well, one thing, Eric Wedge has his back. Very supportive of Sean Figgins. 1-2. We're at the 2-2 count now. Eric Wedge said he's excited to have Figgins back in the lineup. In the world of baseball, 2 days is a long time. He's going to be in there for a while now. 2-2. Looking for a hole. He finds it. Goody around third. Here's the charge by Joyce. He'll throw to third. RBI. Figgins on a base hit makes it 2-0. Mariners here in the second inning. Figgy picks up his 13th RBI. Got a seeing eye single. He will take it.
And it looks like he gets out in front of some sort of off-speed pitch, a changeup maybe, and pulls it into the hole. Pitches away from him, maybe even off the plate away. And he pulls it over into the hole on the right side. The second baseman playing up towards the middle. I'll certainly take that base hit, and with Gutierrez's speed at second, he scores easily on the play.
Well, let him streak the other way, because you know what that just broke? An 0 for 22.
Well, a lot of times you look at a guy's career average, and he's going to get there one way or the other, so maybe that's the case, Dan.
Whoa, what a cut by Peguero. And hearing him, someone just dial it back a little bit. But he goes full bore. He's working to get his timing down. He fully acknowledges it. Pitching is way different up here. Mariners with runners at first and second. A Jack Cust home run, a Figgy RBI single, 2-0 Seattle. Dave Martinez's beard longer than the Giants reliever Brian Wilson. It's not. It's got to be very close. 1-1 to Peguero. High drive. Deep right center field. That one's leaving the yard. B.J. Upton watches it leave. A 3-run jack by Carlos Peguero. 2 homers in the inning for the Mariners. How about that? 5-0 Seattle for Felix Hernandez. Big fella gets one, his 3rd home run. It takes his RBI total to 11. Boy, Mariner power. Second inning. 421 feet.
Mariners end up catching a break on an error, and then they start doing some damage. And keep swinging hard, big man, in case you hit it.
Wow. How nice is that? Check it out. Look at the landing. BJ gave it a courtesy look after a couple of steps. It's a good 10-15 rows back. Ichiro line drive up the middle, slicing, and it's right back to BJ Upton for the second out. 30 pitches this inning for Shields. Well, the Mariners are tattooing one of the best pitchers in the game and maybe the best road pitcher in the game in the American League right now at 4-0 and a 1.88. Felix, all right, you did yours. I got you the rest of the way.
You have to believe he'll take his chances. A lot of run support early in the game.
Here's Ryan. Breaking ball for strike. Ryan is the 8th hitter in the inning for the Mariners. And that was another Alaska Air Make-A-Wish home run. The 8th man to the plate here in the second inning with 5 runs in. You saw it, folks. 2 home runs in an inning for the Mariners.
You've heard the term lift and separate.
That's what he did.
That pitch was about mid-shin high. Definitely down in the zone, down probably out of the strike zone. And he hit it a long ways. Wow.
Ryan down to the shortstop, Brignac. He'll throw across. Mariners shortstop is retired, but a great inning. 8 men to the plate. Home run by Jack Cust. A 3-run jack by Carlos Piguero. Big inning for the Mariners as they have a 5-0 lead. Look at this. Cust. He got plenty of air mileage on that one, and so did Big CP. Carlos Piguero. Five runs, second inning by the Mariners is give us some blue here above Safeco Field. Nothing like giving Felix Hernandez a 5-run cushion. Carlos Piguero, Jack Cust with the 2 big blows here in the second inning. So Felix go to work now against Kelly Shopik, strike 1. 2 home run inning, and both of them with unbelievable height and carry.
It's fun to watch the big guys hit them, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Strike 2 to Shopik. That's the kind of thing, you know, when you watch Piguero and BP, and then even remembering back in spring and watching him in a couple of non-main field games. I mean, he was breaking windows in parked cars deep right center field. I think it was field 2 or 3 down in Peoria. Shopik hitting $152. And he's gone. 1, 2, 3. 4th strikeout. to Felix Hernandez. And that extra noise you hear from the King's Court. Eye-popping numbers for Felix here against the Rays here at home.
Well, run support improved. Last number.
May 16th, Kennedy and Peguero, they went back-to-back. That was against the Twins. That was the most recent two-homer inning for the Mariners. Zobrist goes the other way. They'll get fouled. Mariners won that game May 16th, 5-2 at Minnesota. They had Kennedy in the sixth, a two-out home run, and Peguero followed. He was the next man up, and he went deep. Look out. I don't know who it was next to Pineda, but he did a hard bailout. Oh, it's Jason Vargas or somebody, but
it was Luis Rodriguez.
It was Louis. 1-2 to Zobrist. Strike three call. Another dismissal. 5 strikeouts already for Felix Hernandez. We're in the third inning.
Well, he certainly knows what to do with the lead. He's being very aggressive coming back out of the dugout. Throwing a lot of fastballs. This one's on the outside corner. No argument from Zobrist. He just walked back to the dugout. Perfect pitch from Felix.
Here's Matt Joyce, leading hitter in the American League. Jumped on the first pitch he saw, doubled down the line, right field. Tampa Bay people say his success is built around using line to line.
And just hitting for a high average. He has 9 home runs on the year.
I get out of play. Joyce and Zobrist lead this Tampa Bay club with 9 home runs, and they both have 30 runs batted in, tied with Johnny Damon.
Well, even with the early struggles, I would guess that Longoria will lead this club in home runs before it's all finished.
Terrific player. Boy, Joe Madden raved about him on the field, off the field. This is pretty well struck center field, but Gutierrez has it. Felix with a lead, 5-0, and dealing. He's got 5 Ks already through 3. It's the Mariners on top big. Budweiser. This year, Budweiser will donate $100 to Folds of Honor for every home run hit in Major League Baseball. Visit Facebook.com/Budweiser to see how you can help support our nation's heroes. Here's Justin Smoke, followed by Costin Gutierrez, 3, 4, and 5 here in the Mariner third, a 5-0 lead. April 10th and May 16th are the other two games this season in which the Mariners have had 2 home run innings.
I've seen the shift a lot this year, but typically clubs will save it for Jack Cust, who's on deck, but they're going to put it on with Smoke up.
Did not go, says Jim Joyce down at third. By the way, today is the anniversary of Jim Joyce and Armando Galarraga, the almost perfect game. Detroit against Cleveland a year ago today. Of course, that was only the second biggest story in Seattle a year ago today, because it was a year ago today that Ken Griffey Jr. hung it up. Also on this day, 1941. This one slices foul. The late Lou Gehrig. He passed away in his sleep on this date, 1941, 17 days prior to his 38th birthday. One-two pitch. Bounced up there. Jim Joyce, Armando Galarraga wrote a book together, which we just got copies of. And there was a ruling that came down by Major League Baseball. Last I looked, Armando was with Arizona. Jim was taken off of that assignment with him on that ball club. Now that they have a business relationship. They wrote a book together. They didn't want them working in the same game.
I've known Jim Joyce for a long time. I doubt it would have made a difference to him.
No, I hear
umpire.
you.
Good umpire.
Oh, man. This one hit pretty well. Left side, but it'll get out of play. Remember, first time they came in here, Jim Joyce, I don't know if it was this group, but Jim Joyce was on the crew, and they came in here after that perfect game, and I ran into him downstairs, made a point to say, hey, I don't think anybody in the world could have handled this better than you did.
I mean, I'm sure he appreciated that.
Oh, he did.
That was a tough situation for him.
Man. Swing and a miss. Tag applied by Shapik. Smoke is gone. That is the third strikeout for Shields. Here comes Jack Cust. Homered. First homer here at Safeco. His last time up. Jack Cust, first Safeco home run, 400 as a Mariner, 415 feet. Got it on a 2-0 pitch. Guerrero with a home run, and also Figgins helped that big 5-run second inning by breaking an 0 for 22, a base hit and an RBI. Good pitch. 0-2. Cust's got to feel like feels like Steve Young after Steve won the Super Bowl. Take it off my shoulder. Take it off my back. Get that monkey off my back. Finally got one here.
And after hitting that home run, Shields 3 off-speed pitches this time up. Jack, of course, hit a fastball in the middle of the plate, hit it out.
All in 2 strikes. Fourth time the Mariners have scored 5 or more runs in an inning.
The other key part of that is Shields ended up throwing 34 pitches in that inning.
A lot of pitches.
Yeah, they did a number on his pitch count.
Season high runs scored in an inning this year for the Mariners, 6 against Detroit.
And you can see the pitch that he hit out over the plate. Probably about bell time, maybe just below the belt.
2-2. Very discerning eye by Mr. Kest. On deck, you see Franklin Gutierrez. Payoff. Off speed pitch misses. So Kest is aboard again. But the Mariners over the last 14 games, I'll tell you what, people around the country starting to take notice.
Nice record at 11-3 ERA. That's been the strength of this club. 2.37 in one-run games. Give the bullpen a lot of credit for that one. 6-1 in the one-run games.
Paulie 4-0. You got league with 15 saves. That leads the American League. Here's Goody, reached on an error. Ball dropped by first baseman Lopez. Shopik going out for a quick chat. David Paulie, first among American League relievers, an ERA, how about this, of 0.81. He's given up 3 earnings in 33 1/3. Leads the American League with 33 1/3 relief innings. Not allowed a run over his last 16 innings. That's 10 appearances. There's David on the extreme right. He has been fantastic, as about everybody in the bullpen has.
Well, you mentioned it, Brandon League leading the league in saves. Jamie Wright, he's had to do a lot of the dirty work in the 8th inning to get the ball to Brandon. He's done a nice job. Chris Ray and Jeff Gray getting an opportunity to pitch over the last few days, and they've also pitched well.
Yeah, Chris Ray's had a couple opportunities lately and cashed in very nicely. Fastball misses, 2-0. Mariners would love to make some noise and take out the Rays in this series. The Rays have won 8 of the last 10 against the Mariners and have outscored them 50-26.
Oh, you look at Shields. He came out in the first inning, able to strike out the first 2 batters. Ground ball to first, and then the home run by Cuss to lead things off in the second, and a drop throw at first base, and he just hasn't been the same guy. All of a sudden, he's all over the place.
No. Just again, and Goody draws a 4-pitch walk. A strikeout, back-to-back walks now. Another opportunity for the Mariners to little cha-ching here against Joe Madden's club. And together, we can send Ichiro, Justin Smoke, and your favorite Mariners to the 2011 All-Star Game in Phoenix, Arizona. Vote online up to 25 times at mariners.com/vote. You could win 4 All-Star Club tickets and a jersey autographed by Felix Hernandez. Vote now at mariners.com/vote. And you'll want to vote because right now, I was watching last night, who are the leading vote getters in the American League? Down the line. We'll finish that story in a moment. Everybody's going to run as Kennedy doubles down the line. Here comes Cust. They'll hold Goody at third. It's 6-0 Seattle. How about this offense tonight? Adam Kennedy 2 for 2. Picks up an RBI, his 15th.
Adam gets a changeup on the first pitch. It's in the middle of the plate, 87 miles an hour. Looks like he hits this one right on the chalk. So he's having a nice night. 2 for 2 for Adam now with a run driven in.
Leading hitter for the Mariners. Real quick, the leading vote getters in all but, let's see, of the 8 positions, I think 7
Yankees.
Yep. You saw that?
I didn't see it, but I guessed it.
So get voting, people.
I guess one of the other ones that's not a Yankee is probably Batista.
And
right?
Josh Hamilton.
And Hamilton. Okay. What a year he's having, Batista. Wow.
And hitting for average. I mean, you know he's going to hit the
360, I think,
right?
yesterday or the day before.
It's insane. Good for him. His approach, I guess Peguero could model his approach after him. Oliva looks at the pitch because Bautista, he unravels every time he swings, too.
Yeah, he's not getting the 3-wood out, trying to put it on the fairway.
Not even close.
Rays will bring their infield in.
He's second at 360. Oh, they might have him. No, just back. Longoria thought he had Gutierrez.
We don't see that play very often. Longoria trying to catch Franklin sleeping. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, it was. Nice play. Ooh, maybe by a hair.
Yeah. Oh, we're lucky that he didn't step on Franklin's hand.
Lebo trying to pick up a couple here. 6-0 Mariners. Longoria, he'll come home. Well, Goody's done his job because Kennedy's taken third. He moved up, so a fielder's choice. Goody out 5-2. Fielder's choice. Olivo reaches. Kennedy advances. 2 outs. Sean Figgins broken 0 for 22. RBI single to right. First time up. Sean answered a lot of questions from the media in the clubhouse before today's game, and he was a big topic of conversation, of course, with the skipper Eric Wedge during his session. Run in, runners at the corners with 2 outs. Strike one. I think he's trying to get himself back to where he was. He was one of those hitters that everybody I talked to in the American League said, he killed us. Line drives all over the place, first to third every time you looked up.
Yeah.
Stealing bases. It was a real dynamic offensive force.
Well, I think that first hit, not just that he was able to get a hit and snap that string you were talking about, but the fact that it was on the ground, Dave. He's hit so many balls in the air. That's not his game. And if he can stay on top of some pitches and hit more line drives and hit the ball on the ground, it'll serve him well. And he knows that. It's just sometimes you get into those funks where you just cannot figure it out. Keep working at it. That's one of those things I was talking about too earlier with him, getting a couple of days off, get the extra work in, and it's not the amount of swings necessarily, but it's making adjustments and not having to worry about taking those adjustments into the game right away. As you take a look at Chris Chambliss, the hitting coach, has been working with Sean. You can kind of relax and try a few things.
Get that feel back. That's what he talked about all the last week or so. Fouled it off.
Everything away from him.
Shields' count is just going through the roof. 2-2. Chop foul.
I'll say third inning. Here he is in the third inning. This next pitch will be 75.
Woo.
That's a nice job on the offense. Get one of the hotter pitchers in the league out of the game if they can by running his pitch count up.
Ironic that I was talking to Joe Madden. His offseason meeting with Shields. I want to stay in the game as late as possible. Swing and a miss as Figgins goes down swinging on a 2-2, but the Mariners do pick up another run. They lead 2. And they played 3 here at Safeco and lead it 6-0.
Lead over Tampa Bay heading into the top of the fourth inning. Checking out some other action around the majors. Ron Washington and his Rangers looking for a victory against the Indians. It's our Sterling Savings Bank score at 6-4 at Texas in the ninth when Josh Hamilton hits a grounder to a diving Matt Laporta, but he can't complete the throw to first. Elvis Andrus scores, and the Rangers go on to get a 7-4 win to open up that matchup of first-place teams back in Cleveland. Right now, let's rejoin Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom, thank you. Felix Hernandez with a 6-0 lead. He looks at Evan Longoria, Johnny Damon, and B.J. Upton. 3-4-5 here for the Rays in the fourth inning. Felix has struck out 5 already, limited Tampa Bay to 1 hit. Longoria struck out on 3 pitches his first time. Goes off the mound. Readjust, recalibrate. Fouled off. Felix has had 3 no decisions. Last time out against the Yankees. May 1 at Boston. He left that game. It was 2-2 after going 7. April 11th against Toronto. Here he went 6. And that was a game he flat didn't have it. He left down 7-0. 3-2. Payoff to Longoria. Walked him. Second walk tonight. These ladies, what? What's the rally fries? All right, good deal.
Rally fries out there in the court.
Good deal. Johnny Damon walked in a 3-2 pitch. Infield double play depth. Strike 1. Felix here in Seattle against Tampa Bay in 6 starts, 2-0, a 1.42 ERA. Mariners won all 6 of those starts. I think it's a little bit different. Hey, Felix has not seen these guys since August 7 of 09.
Is that right?
Yeah, 6 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs. 5 runs, 3 earned, beg your pardon, 6 walks and 7 Ks.
I'm sure the Rays are fine with that. See him once every couple of years.
Fly ball. Left field for Peguero. 1 down. Meal fit for the king. Fit for a king on the King's Court. How about this? Our chef, Christian Sandeforo. And the Larry Bernandez lookalike. Atta baby. There you go. He's going to eat it right here. It's a turkey leg. He can also look like what the 4th Hanson brother from the movie Slapshot. Off of Olivo's glove, and Longoria will ease on down to second. Pass ball.
Yeah, I would think so. It's a pitch that Miguel normally would handle. It's a pretty good sized turkey leg, wasn't it?
King Henry VIII somewhere is going, yeah, my man. Upton. Figgins decides to take it. Taking third is Longoria, 2 down. Since the 4-11 start, how about the Mariners? They're in some august company here. The Red Sox. How about the Diamondbacks? Dead last in the American League. Make that the National League West last year. They have really turned it around. St. Louis. St. Louis with a couple of their key pitchers down. They're getting it done as well. 2 outs, Longoria at third. Here's Felipe Lopez. Grounded out to Figgins his first time. What do you think of that last play where Figgy thought about it, wasn't going to get it, and then decided to go get it?
I think that he went after it with the intentions of fielding it the entire way until he saw Longoria breaking on it. And typically, that's a mistake by the runner. And I think he was thinking maybe he can get back to the bag in time. But with a lead like this, go ahead and just make the play and get the out, which was the right thing to do. But I think Longoria heading his way is the reason why he hesitated.
Strike in the inside corner to Lopez, 1-2. Felix with 5 strikeouts and 2 walks. Don't forget, Felix is a terrific pitcher from June through the end of the season. He has put up some fabulous numbers during the course of his career.
Well, the other encouraging part about it is he ends up winning a Cy Young Award last year. And his run support was at 3.1 runs, and he's already a half a run better. The guys have supported him a half a run better. So as he gets better, maybe they'll make it a full run, and we'll see what he can do.
Swing and a miss, and down goes Lopez. A half dozen strikeouts through 4 for Felix Hernandez. The King loving it. Yeah. Bring a little liquid refreshment, and his night is made. Six early runs on 5 hits, a 2-home-run inning for the Mariners in the second. Custon Peguero checking in. And Felix Hernandez, a half a dozen strikeouts through his 4 innings. Good night here at Safeco Field as Big Carlos Peguero will lead off. Strike 1 to Carlos. It's a 1-1 pitch that he hit a towering home run. Pulled foul. 16,376 on hand here. Mariners 4-2 on this homestand. This is one of the longer home runs the Mariners hit. Matter of fact, he probably owns the 2 longest on the year, right? The one in Cleveland and this one. Bring rain, huh?
Strong man.
0-2. Dropped down 3/4. Greg Holman back in action down at AAA, coming back off a broken hamate bone. Oh, this one hit pretty well too. Slicing drive deep left center field. It's gone! Big man does it again! Talk about some distance. My goodness, a 2-home run night for Carlos Peguero. You knew at some point, Mike, he was going to start running into a bunch, and this is the beginning, baby.
Well, we talked about him turning it loose at the plate, and this is an off-speed pitch that he hits out opposite barrel into the Mariners bullpen. That's a long ways away, and he makes it look easy. See this pitch out over the plate. Swing hard in case you hit it. He covers it. Man, he has some impressive pop.
428 feet. That is unleashed. Wow.
It's fun, isn't it?
Did I tell you when you came down to spring training, you went to see this kid? Jeez. 3 homers tonight, 2 for Peguero. Good thing. Please do me a favor. Make me happy and make everybody happy. Please quote Mr. Frank Howard again.
Which one?
One about the moving bat as Ichiro is thrown out.
Moving bat is a dangerous bat. He's proven that.
Thank you. Man, this is fun. All right, here we go. AT&T trivia question. How many in uniform and on the field tonight were also in uniform and on the field for Randy Johnson's no-hitter on this date in 1990? Goodness gracious, 21 years ago was just yesterday, wasn't it, Robbie? 0, 1, 2, or 3. Blind squirreled. I'll go D3. Brendan Ryan straight away center field. B.J. Upton tracks it. Two outs.
I'll give you a little bit of help. Darrell Cousins.
The umpire.
The umpire. So I didn't think that was necessarily fair that Curtis put him in there. But Darrell Cousins was on the field. So I'm going to guess 2.
All right.
I think the other one was the first base coach for the Mariners. Like Brumley was, I believe, with the Tigers then.
Oh, by the way, with the 428 feet, I think Mr. Peguero now has 3 of the longest home runs hit by the Mariners this year. There's Smoke. Oh. Smoke gets into one. Back goes the right field, and it's gone. Oh, brother! What a home run parade tonight. The home run derby at Safeco. Justin Smoke checks in with his 9th home run. And they're eating Joe Madden's club alive here in Seattle.
Well, the story was the pitching matchup. Shields coming in. His ERA actually a run less than where Felix came in at 2.15, and the Mariners are doing some serious damage to that ERA with the long ball. This looks like a changeup. Leaves it in the middle of the plate, similar to the pitch he had out the other night to win the game for the Mariners. And this is just lined into the seats.
356. How about this? 4th home run tonight by the Mariners. And yes, we are digging into the record books. Been a while.
Yes.
Figure big Smoke up there. He sees Peguero with 2 cuts. One. Hey, wait a minute. Let me get in on this action here. Come on. 8-0 Mariners were in the 4th.
They're making Shields work. This next pitch will be 90 for him here in the 4th inning.
How hard is he going to swing here? 3-1. Didn't get a chance. Second time he's walked. Well, Felix Hernandez threw 4. He struck out half a dozen, and he's got this 8 runs. That's about what normally about 4 games for him. Run support.
Well, I know that in his 4 losses, the Mariners have scored a total of 6 runs.
There you go. They add that to some of those numbers last year. Gutierrez, ball 1. The Mariners come in dead last in homers. Finally some action. Juan Cruz up and throwing. Dead last in homers with 29. They put 4 on the board here tonight. Longoria takes care of it. Throws over to Zobrist. That'll do it. But a good inning for the Mariners. Carlos Peguero. Opposite field. He almost needed to go through a toll booth on that one. It went so far. And how about smoke in about the fourth row? A 4-homer night for the Mariners. 8-0 Seattle. a party out there. Time's called. The 1-2. He went. Olivo applied the tag. Strikeout number 8 for Felix Hernandez through 5. Delighting the Kings Court here at Safeco Field, where the Mariners are dominating Tampa Bay in this first game of a 4-game set. Of it, right?
Yeah. 8+. Now and then you have those nights. I guess he was due.
Fist fouled out of play. catch down there, brought the glove, paid off. Good for him. 2-2. Rex Barney and what Baltimore used to say, give that man a contract. PA announcer down there, the former Dodger pitcher. 2-2. They were talking about attitude knots the other day. I mean, this holds true, and the Mariners hold on to win this ball game. Yeah, big attitude win against a pretty good ball club here, this Tampa Bay club.
Well, yeah, maybe it gets the offense going, and ended up taking it out on a really good pitcher tonight in Shields. I think anytime you come to the ballpark and you have Felix on the mound, you feel like you're going to win the game.
Kennedy, 3 for 3 night. Boy, has he been solid or what? Felix through his first inning, first 5 innings, has 8 strikeouts. And this is what he's done here in his career against at Safeco against Tampa Bay.
And in his first 6 games against Tampa, he had a total of 9 runs of support, so a little over a run a game. It's tough for anybody to win.
8 Ks through 5. Here's Miguel Olivo, 0 for 2 tonight. Strike 1. Eight runs on 8 hits, 4 of them home runs. No errors, no runs, 2 hits, and an error for Tampa Bay. Yapa can't find it. Kennedy thought about it. Holds on. Cruz has had a lot of problems in terms of walks. 17 walks. Most among the Rays and 5th most in the major leagues among relievers. Olivo goes to 1 and 2. Compounding the problem in that walk department, 7 walks by Cruz have been to the first batter that he's faced in an inning. Here tonight, he's given up base hit to Kennedy. The looper, right field, and can't get it. Matt Joyce can't get it. They'll keep Kennedy. They'll hold him there at 3rd, and in the 2nd is Olivo. Everything breaking just right for the Mariners tonight. A double for Olivo. And Miguel with his 6th double of the season.
That's a nice effort by Joyce as this pitch jams Miguel. Running hard the whole way and just can't quite get there. You're right, Dave. Things are certainly working out. Ever since that drop ball at first base by Lopez, things have not gone well for the Rays tonight.
Custed homered his first here at the ballpark. That should have been the first out of the inning. Instead, it leaves a runner on. Kennedy followed with a base hit. Then they get an out by Olivo. Then the RBI single by Figgins and a 3-run homer by Peguero, his first of 2 on the night. Field up close to cut off any more runs. Figgins in his first game back after sitting out the last 2. Oh, 1 to Figgy. Good breaking ball. 0-2. Couple of men out there for Figgins. Picked up 1 RBI tonight. Batting in the 8th hole. Eric Wedge said for the time being, you can see him staying there for a while till gets things going again, gets his confidence going. Plus, Brendan Ryan's worked out pretty well in batting second.
I think in the meantime that Brendan is hitting second. The one thing he's shown, getting his average up to 275 coming into the game, his ability to take advantage of the hole on the right side of the infield when Ichiro gets on base.
Big help. 0-2. Fouling a lot of balls off the left side. He's late on a lot of that. We've seen a lot from Figgy these last couple 3 weeks.
And it goes back to what we were talking about as far as the fly balls go. The barrel is dragging through the zone, and that's the reason why the ball is in the air. He's trying to protect right now on an 0-2 count.
Up and in. Ball and 2 strikes. Long look here by Cruz. A lot of waggling done by Figgins. Everybody's ready. 1-2 pitch. Figgins with 1 home run this year. Get that early in the season back on April 1 against Oakland. Right now, the Mariners will just take a base hit. High heat right into the glove of Shopik. And he strikes out. First strikeout for Cruz, 1 down. Here in the 5th, Little Leaguers, you're going to be welcomed at the ballpark when the Mariners host the Rays Sunday right here at Safeco Field. All kids 14 and under. You're going to get a poster of Mariner third baseman Sean Figgins, courtesy of Pepsi. Get your tickets to Little League Day visiting mariners.com/tickets. Here's Carlos Peguero. All right, what do you got here, Mike? He's gone oppo, and he's gone right center.
I'm going to say that he swings hard.
Okay, show me. Swings hard. Ball 1 to Carlos Peguero. 52 home runs his last 2 years in the minor leagues. I don't envy an infielder up close with Peguero if he hits an absolute low-flying seed here.
I noticed the first baseman Lopez took a step or 2 back.
Wait a minute, if he can go oppo that far, that hard. And a Carlos cheer going up. Yeah, Woo is right. Oh, brother. And he mishit it. And he still hit it a long ways.
And that is just unloading on a fastball. It's a towering fly ball that's foul.
With that Carlos starting to build out in the King's Court. Carlos. They're picking up.
This young man gained some confidence and start having some success.
They got a huge standing O from the King's Court. They went after the 2 after second home run. Here's the 1-1.
This last pitch, fastball, 92 miles an hour, ties him up. Trying to stay in on his hands and not let him get that extension that we've been seeing in the game. I'd be surprised if he goes back in there again and tries to bounce a breaking ball.
Carlos Peguero, what a night. 2 for 2, 4 RBI, 2 home runs. One-two from Cruz. Struck him out. I feel the breeze up here. And Mike, here's a new bottle of water for you for guessing right that he was going to swing hard.
Thank you. Frank Howard would be happy, get a piece of fuzz and turn the fan on, and that's what this young man does. They just missed that one.
Man, Hondo would love him, right?
Oh, yeah.
Here's Ichiro 0 for 3. Chance to pick up a couple. Get double-digit runs here if he does. Ichiro's 4th plate appearance, and we're just in the 5th inning. Zobrist throws out Ichiro, and that'll do it. Mariners get the first 2 men on, can't get them home. Nonetheless, lead it 8-0. Felix Hernandez has 8 Ks through 5.
Mariners in front of the Tampa Bay Rays by a score of 8-0 here at Safeco Field. We don't want to cheat anybody of any runs. Hey, there's a terrific game tonight, game 2 of the NBA Finals in Miami. It went down to the final seconds. Dirk Nowitzki of the Dallas Mavericks with a left-handed lay-in, 3.6 seconds left. That turned out to be the difference. 95-93. Dallas winning that series is now even at a game apiece. So a lot of excitement down in Big D as we send it back to Dave and Mike.
Thank you, Tom. Good for Dirk Nowitzki. Been a good pro for a lot of years. Felix Hernandez, an 8 strikeout performance through 5. He's 1-1 to Matt Joyce, the leading hitter in the American League. So far, the only thing disappointing to Felix Hernandez on this night is that the Heat lost. Saw him yesterday. It is Kings Court T-shirt, and on top of that, I'm trying to think. It was a black D Wade Miami Heat jersey. As Peguero backs up quickly, makes the catch. Anytime you see Felix in a Heat jersey, it's always going to be a D Wade, Dwayne Wade. That's the only thing that's going wrong for him tonight. 8 strikeouts, 2 walks for Felix Hernandez. He's given up a couple of hits. Base hit in the first inning was a double by Joyce. And a single to Sam Fuld in the 5th. This is Evan Longoria. There's base hit. Gutierrez cuts it off. So base hit and 1 out, 1 on. Banner Bank building to the future. How about the AA Jackson Generals? They defeat Montgomery last night. 9 games beyond the 500 mark at 31-22. 3 games back in the Southern League, behind Tennessee in the North Division. Way to go, guys!
Yeah, good to see them playing well.
Another power hitter coming up through the systems on that club, German Chavez. Saw him, big strong right hand hitter. Johnny Damon, strike 1 to him. It's a name you'll want to follow in the coming weeks and months. You can see Chavez here in this big club next year at some point, possibility. On a strike to Johnny. Last year at this time when Tampa Bay came in, he had just been delivered his Yankees World Series ring from the season before. And that thing was huge and it was heavy. Felix 1 and 2. He's got 8 Ks, 2 walks tonight. They're calling for another strikeout. Nice dig by Olivo. 2-2. Remember when Randy Wolf, left-hander now with Milwaukee, the brother of first base umpire Jim Wolf, when he was with the Phillies, up in the upper left, was it the Vet Stadium, upper deck left field, they had the Wolf Pack. They had all these guys with the werewolf mask.
I remember that.
And then when Vicente Padilla was there with the Phillies, and if he would strike out, they had the Padilla Flotilla, and they had guys up there with oars, and they did this little routine. So now here in Seattle, you got the King's Court, everybody holding up the keys, screaming strike right by Felix's ear. Off the bat of Johnny Damon on that 3-2 pitch. 2 on 1 out. This Guy Rated telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. B.J. Upton, the hitter. His brother Justin playing for the resurgent Diamondbacks in Arizona.
He's really a good player, isn't he?
Yeah, he had an upper tank home run a couple of nights ago.
I saw it.
Had to have been 4 bills easy. Woo! Yeah, there was nothing cheap about that. J.J. Putz blew a save, his first yesterday, but picked up the win. And Willie Bloomquist motoring around the bases for Diamondbacks. Strike 1 to B.J.
Right now, Felix would like to see him hit a ground ball to Brendan Ryan at shortstop. You get a double play and get off the field. Felix pitch count's in good shape, and I would imagine might get 1 more inning, and then Eric Wedge will get him out early. Not very often you're able to do that with Felix.
If he does hit one to Brendan Ryan, it'll be his first touch tonight. 0-2.
There you go. Almost 70% fastball tonight. Not surprising. Felix a lot of times is below that number. But tonight with the big lead, he is going right at the race, throwing a lot more fastballs.
0-2. Strike 3 called. Number 9. As they rejoice in the King's Court.
with this breaking ball. I think Upton thought it was up in the zone, maybe even inside.
Upton does strike out a lot, 55 times entering tonight. It's the most on ball club as this one stroked into right center field off the bat of Lopez. Longoria scores. Damon to third. And there goes the shutout.
Well done, brother. Well done. How about a 3-run homer right down the right field line?
So an RBI by Lopez, his 7th.
Rays are now 1 for 8 with men in scoring position.
Here's Sam Fuld. Struck out looking, singled to center, and stole a base back in the 5th. Right to Adam Kennedy, and that will do it. So Felix loses the shutout, picks up strikeout number 9. He's got an 8-1 lead.
Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Sterling Savings Bank. Visit sterlingsavingsbank.com. Robbie Cowgill, former Cougar basketball player here at Safeco Field tonight. I assume he's pulling for the M's, and he's got to be happy with what he has seen so far. Right now, let's rejoin Dave and Mike.
Thank you, Tom. Boy, it's been a great night for Mariner offense. 8 runs on 9 hits, 4 home runs. Peguero with 2, Cust with 1, Smoke with 1. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew here. Cruz continues on here for the Rays in relief of starter James Shields. Ryan looking for his first base hit tonight. Ball and a strike. Texas has won a ball game tonight, 7-4 at Cleveland. Everybody else off tonight in the division. Oakland and the Angels. Bouncing ball down on LaGoria. Steadies and wow, beat it out. Nice job.
Hustle.
Nice job by Ryan to beat it out. Goes back to what we were talking about earlier in the ball game. This team runs hard from home to first.
Take a look at it. Longoria gives a little bit of ground, reads the label on the ball, and flips it across the infield. And the hustle by Ryan ends up getting him a base hit.
Oh, that big. He looked like he's doing a little broad jump there. Nice explosive final step. Gets him a base hit. 10 hits now for the Mariners. Here's Smoke. Line drive homer into right field his last time up. That was against the starter, James Shields. Just joining us, Shields. He got tattooed. 4 innings, 7 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, 3 walks, 4 Ks. Popped it up. Going back, shortstop Brignac gets under it, makes the catch. See what it gives here with Jack Cust. Second inning, he homered. Next 2 times up, Shields walked him. 3-2 pitch and a 3-1 pitch as we look at the gaudy Mariner box score.
There it is, bottom of the order again, too, doing a lot of the damage.
Figueroa batting in a 9-hole, has 2 homers and 4 runs batted in. I said it was Brignac, that was Longoria, that catch. Shift. Jack Cust, 2 homers now in the season. Last week, his first road homer. Tonight, his first home run. Jack's best years, and you don't have to go back too far, when he came up with Oakland in 07. He had a couple of cups of coffee. Arizona in 01, Colorado 02, Baltimore 03 and 4. But not a lot of significant playing time. Once he got a chance to play as a regular with Oakland in 07, he went 26 homers, 82 ribbies, 33-77, and 25-70. That's the kind of production the Mariners are looking for. Here's the third baseman to the shortstop, over to the first baseman, double play. So 5-6-3 on the double play, and the Mariners are gone in the 6th. Felix Hernandez and company lead at 8-1. The Tampa Bay Rays wrapping up the longest homestand. Right now, we invite you to visit your local Lowe's to cast your MLB All-Star ballot and enter to win a trip to the All-Star game, compliments of Scott's. And right now, the Yankees leading in, 3, 7, 8, and 6 of the 8 positions on the field right now. You want to see if we can get a couple Mariners in there. Felix Hernandez, first pitch to Reed Brignac, breaking ball for strike. Brignac, Shopik, and Zobrist, 8, 9, and 1 here in the 7th inning. Felix with 9 strikeouts. He's walked 2. Giving up a run on 5 hits. Two and 1. Month of May for Felix. He went 2-2 with a 3.07 ERA. That one fouled off. 2 no decisions. Beat the White Sox here, won at San Diego, lost at Baltimore, and lost a heartbreaker at home here to Minnesota. He got outpitched by Liriano. 2-2. Swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 10 for Felix Hernandez, and that matches his second best total of the season. He had 10 in that no decision against Boston back on May 1. His season best is 13 at San Diego.
Gets him with a good hard curve. Ball swings over the top of it. Felix now 91 pitches for him. I'd be surprised if this is his last inning. Score 8-1. Get some of the guys out of the pen a chance to work a little bit. Take some of the load off of Felix. Still throwing hard. 96 miles an hour in the first, 95 here in the 7th.
Felix coming in a record of 5-4 with a 3.19 ERA. A little outside, you can hear Ron Culpa say 1-1. Plenty of highlights for the Mariners tonight. Felix on the mound and in the offense with mega support tonight. 2-home run night for Carlos Figueroa. Big strike there for Shopik. 1-2. He struck out twice already tonight. He's victim number 4 and victim number 7. One, two. Homestand will conclude with these 4 games, and then the Mariners go on the road. 3 play the White Sox, 4 against the Tigers on the road. He went, ball got away from Olivo, can't find it, goes into the off the screen, doesn't go off the dugout.
It's like a hard breaking ball, and it is. It's that hard curve ball, goes off the heel of Olivo's glove and a roll all the way over to the dugout.
Strikeout, wild pitch.
Yeah.
Strikeout number 11 for Felix.
CenturyLink high-speed pitch. Shields topping out at 93. He did not have a good night tonight. And Felix, of course, at 96.
Top of the order, Ben Zobrist. Ryan should be able to get 2 here, and he does. First time Ryan touches it tonight defensively, turns it into a double play. So Felix threw 7 with 11 strikeouts, and he has held Tampa Bay to just 1 run here this evening. Which is brought to you by the Washington Traffic Safety Commission and the Click It or Ticket Project, reminding motorists that extra seatbelt patrols are happening right now, so please buckle up day and night. Boy, a lot of smiles, a lot of hugs here at Safeco Field. An 8-1 Mariner lead. Felix Hernandez sharing the love with all the fellas. Rick Griffin on the left, the head trainer. Carl Willis, the pitching coach. You saw Adam Moore there. Nice to see the fellas smiling.
One of the few easy ones he's had.
Boy, in a while.
Yeah, a couple of years maybe. Early run support. Mariners put 5 runs up on the board in the second inning, and then it was cruise control for Felix from there.
Aaron Laffey warming up in the bullpen. Boy, those are fun attaboys right there.
Yeah, they really are.
Boy, nothing like giving a reigning American League Cy Young winner. Hey, Felix, here's a 5 spot. You want to do something with that?
He'll take his chances. 11 strikeouts for Felix tonight.
Couple of walks. Third time in the last 3 seasons. Just the third time in the last 3 seasons Felix has had run support of 8 or more runs. Here's Gutierrez, followed by Kennedy and Olivo. Goody 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. I like the headlines regarding the Mariners tonight. Felix K's 11. Mariners hit 4 home runs to this moment. 2 by Peguero. Cust and Smoke also checking in. Figgy breaks an 0 for 22 with an RBI single in the second.
We had our first Carlos chant tonight.
I like it.
Yeah.
The other thing I like, and I'm most impressed by, I was off in my son's graduation, so I missed the home run that Peguero hit in Cleveland, which you'd said was just ridiculous.
It was.
But this had to top it opposite field here at Safeco Field. Yes or no?
I'm not sure, just because it was his first one and it was ridiculous.
What are you, 30 rows back in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Bet you got out of your seat.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
But I saw the highlight that night. I was like, man, how far can it go? Tonight was impressive. Going opposite field here. That's 4 bills.
Well, we've seen 2 over there this year, and both of them by Mariners opposite, and that's him and Smoke.
Yes, sir. That's a lot of strength to go opposite field and that deep.
I think it gives you something, if you're a fan, to be excited about with the Mariners. A couple of young guys with some serious pop.
Cesar Ramos warming up for Tampa Bay. Aaron Laffey for the Mariners. 2-2 to Goody, leading off the 7th. On Cruz, he came on in the 5th inning for Shields. Started. Oh, you're an opposite field guy.
Not like that.
But not, yeah. I mean, you got your share of doubles and gappers and stuff like that. But I mean, these guys are leaving the yard.
Well, and there's no doubt about it. They're going way back. I mean, you hit one into the bullpen here at Safeco, and the Mariners bullpen, especially out there where they have their little shed. That's a long ways.
You're scattering guys out there. 2-2. Man. Tell you what, Goody has turned in, since he's come back, a lot of long at bats, fighting off a lot of pitches.
Yeah, I think some of that is, I mean, he always grinds his at bats. So he doesn't give many of them away, but he's not quite there yet. His timing a little bit off, so he's missing a few pitches that he's fouling off, and hopefully in another week or so he'll start covering those up. Taking a little bit of time.
2-2. That is playable for the first baseman Lopez. 1 out. 1 out here in the Mariners' 7th. Time now for a CenturyLink. Make that Sleep Country USA calendar. Tampa Bay for 4 games. White Sox for 3. White Sox playing some good ball. You saw that they did a number at Boston. Paul Konerko and company really swinging the bat well, which you knew was going to happen. And then 4 games in Detroit. Here's Adam Kennedy. All he's done is go 3 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored tonight. Leading hitter for the Mariners. Got his batting average up to .301. Started the night at .285. Aaron Laffey be the next Mariner pitcher. Zuno. Talking about that Chicago club. We'll see them Monday. They're in the middle of the pack and batting now. .253 starting tonight. They were struggling big time when they were here last.
You knew that wasn't going to last.
Oh, not with all that talent. No chance that was going to last. Man, made a move. 2-1.
Well, Adam Kennedy 3 for 3 night so far. Has his batting average up to .301 now.
Two-one. Felix Hernandez. Turn it over to the bullpen. And he will be able to put another W in his column to go 6-4. Coming up tomorrow, Jason Vargas against Andy Sonnenstein. 2-2. Tell you what, you're going to see a very fierce competitor in Jason Vargas coming off of 2 subpar performances. He will be really stoked for tomorrow's game, and we expect tremendous weather tomorrow. Who couldn't be jacked about that? Low 70s. Saturday weather looks great. Sunny all day, and ditto Sunday.
Guys are playing great. Weather's going to be good. Come on out to the ballpark.
2-2 to AK. And a full count. Payoff here to Kennedy. Took something off. He popped it up. Shortstop yielding to Sam Fuld, the left fielder. 2 outs. When you're traveling outside the Northwest this season, take the Mariners with you. Wherever you go, all you have to do is subscribe to MLB.tv today. You'll see every Mariners game live or on demand on your computer or on your favorite devices. Visit Mariners.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Here's Miguel Olivo. 1 for 3 with a double last time out. That was in the 5th inning. Sweeping breaking ball, swing and a miss. Evo's turned out to be a real heart and soul kind of guy on this ball club. First time I met him was during the Fan Fest in January. And you could just sort of tell, and he was hungry. He was happy to be back here. This is his 2nd tour of duty with the Mariner Ball Club. Anybody that puts his face on the line in the line of duty to get a W here, you got to like him. Way outside, ball 2. Tough guy, and very happy that last night neither he nor Matt Wieters, the catcher from Baltimore, were injured, because that had ugly written all over him.
And Wieters was going to take the worst of it.
You know it.
Getting his leg caught up underneath him.
1-2. Stayed alive. One of the things when I met Miguel during Fan Fest, he talked about being back here at Safeco Field were one of his happiest memories, going a home run upper tank here his last time with the ball club. They'd like to do that a few more times. Adam Jones did it yesterday for Baltimore. Wow. Here's the play at the plate last night, and this, in light of what happened to Buster Posey, this is scary. If he slides, that ankle and knee are really in trouble. As it is, Wieters takes a hit, but it could have been a lot worse. A little simpatico between a couple of catchers. I think that might have helped Wieters a little bit, too. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Longoria, nice grab. Throws out Olivo. Mariners are done. 1-2-3 to the 8th. They'll turn it over to Aaron Laffey. Felix Hernandez has done his work and then some, and for a change, he's got serious run support. 8-1 Mariners. Grab some buds. Great times here at Safeco Field, where the Mariners lead at 8-1 over the Tampa Bay Rays, and Felix Hernandez, your reigning American League Cy Young winner. What a performance tonight, staked to a big lead early. 7 innings of 5-hit, 1-run ball, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts. That's the second highest total of the season, 13 against San Diego a couple of starts ago. Turn it over to the Mariners' outstanding bullpen. Here's Aaron Laffey.
Aaron's done a nice job out of the pen. ERA at 1.78.
Matt Joyce leads it off for the Rays. Joyce tonight, leading hitter in the American League, 1 for 2, doubled off of Felix and stole a base in the first. Since then, fly to center, fly to left. Breaking ball, hit foul. You know, the Mariners in this run that they're on, these last 16 games, going 12-4. A lot of this success built around the production of the bottom of the order. Oh, how about tonight? Mariners in the 6, 7, 8, 9 spots tonight. Kennedy, Olivo, Figgins, and Peguero. They are a collective 7 for 12, 2 homers, 6 ribbies, and 4 runs scored. Yikes, that one's hit a long way. Deep right field. Ichiro watches it leave the yard. Matt Joyce with his 10th home run, his 31st RBI, and it's 8-2 Mariners. Got it on a 1-2 pitch and didn't miss it.
And the 1-2 pitch was a hanging breaking ball. It looks like Aaron leaves this one right out over the middle of the plate. And you're hitting 360 with 9 home runs. You're not going to miss this pitch very often. He doesn't. Simple swing. Not many moving parts in that swing.
Hot prospect with the Detroit Tigers. Didn't pan all the way out, so they moved him to Tampa Bay. And when you get up in the morning and you see this kid is ripping it up. Here's Longoria. He looks at a strike. Matt Joyce came over in 09. This ground ball, Ryan gobbles it up. Throws out Longoria. 1 out. Kings Court. Gotta love it here tonight as you look at Longoria, one of the 11 strikeouts. And Felix had all his pitches working tonight.
Yeah, he did. And the one thing that you give him a big lead, and he'll work ahead of you with his fastball and put you away with a lot of off-speed pitches. But Felix, again, 5 runs support in the second inning for him, and he just took the game over from there.
There's Johnny Damon, strike 1 to Johnny. 1 for 2 with a walk. Johnny in his 15th year, Major Leagues. Turns 38 in November. Big league career started in '95 with Kansas City. Was there through 2000, went to Oakland for a year, then Boston from 02 to 05, Yankees 06 to 09, Detroit last year, now Tampa Bay. Had a heck of a career. Started this year at 287, career hitter. Fly ball left field, backing up Peguero, slicing right back to him. 2 outs. Earlier today, the Sporting News came out with their top 50 players. Let us show you the top 10. Not a surprise here, Mr. Pujols, Troy Tulowitzki, Felix Hernandez, number 3, Joey Votto, he was the MVP last year, and Tim Lincecum's got a couple of Cy Youngs under his belt. And how about Doc Holliday? We'll probably see him in a couple of weeks when the Phillies come to town. Longoria is here tonight. Miguel Cabrera, always tough. Joe Mauer looking to get healthy, and Josh Hamilton just coming off the DL. That's a crew.
It was a good-looking lineup, wasn't it?
B.J. Upton. 0 for 3. Strikeout, ground out, strikeout looking. Going to be interesting to see where Mr. Pujols, where he will be next year, free agent this year. Will the Cardinals sign him for big dollars? The Cubs come in, or somebody else come in and just pay some super sick numbers to him? 2-1. My gut tells me he'll stay with St. Louis.
Mine too. One of those few players, it'd be tough to see him anywhere else.
Strike 2 to B.J. Upton. Yeah, I think he's built up a lot of equity there. Fans have built up equity in him. He and Tony La Russa seem to have. There's Ramos warming up. Seem to have a lot going for themselves. B.J. no, close. Manuel Upton, the B.J. for Bossman Jr. His dad goes by Bossman. Laffey with the payoff pitch. just had a little bit of pop going for himself this year. Not hitting for average, but he's got 7 home runs. 3-2 from Laffey. Off again. Laffey's had a couple of games where he's come in and he has walked a tightrope. A couple of guys on. I remember that one outing, he left 4 guys on in a 4-inning stint. It was unbelievable. I believe the Mariners went on to win that game, but he did a fabulous job. I think it was down in Baltimore. They would have lost that game. Yeah. It was Baltimore. They lost that game. 3-2. Chopper. Figgins has got a charge and release. And Upton's aboard with a base hit. He's a fast runner. Base hit for Upton. Still the best I've seen on that plate. There have been a lot of good ones. Adrian Beltre.
I would agree. Figgins does everything that he can. This is a swinging bunt. Upton runs well. You don't even see him in the picture. Not much of a chance for Figgins to throw him out. No, I would agree. Adrian is the best in the business right now at that play.
A run in on the home run by Matt Joyce. 2 outs, a runner on. Here's Felipe Lopez. He got an RBI single to center his last time. To left field for Peguero. Laffey gives up a leadoff home run and a harmless infield hit. 8-2 Mariners as we go to the home 8th. With Tampa Bay, how about the night for Carlos Peguero? Look at the launch of this one. That had to feel good off the barrel. Right center field, almost brought rain, but this is really something. Pounds it the other way. That is impressive. Our Coors Light freeze cam. And he went down to get this one. And those hands coming through the zone. That's impressive. Hopefully the young man's going to be around here for a long time doing that on a very regular basis. 2 home run night for him. He'll be up next after Sean Figgins, who leads off. Biggie back in the lineup at 30. He's batting in the 8 hole. And will probably, according to Eric Wedge, be there for a while as he taps out to the second baseman, 1 out. Biggie in his first at bat did break an 0 for 22 with an RBI single to right. Wedge has got lots of faith in Figgins. He said he saw a lot of him over his years as we look at Chris Ray. A lot of Figgins during Figgy's years with the Angels. But Chris Ray's been very effective his last couple of times out.
He's throwing the ball well, topping out at 96 miles an hour. See if Peguero can hit his 3rd home run of the game. Saw Aubrey Huff do that earlier today for the Giants. He had 3 home runs.
And they said he was wearing a red thong, which is probably TMI, but that's part of the story. It's part of their lore from last year. Like so many of the Mariners, growing a little facial hair, part of the team unison thing. Brendan Ryan got that whole thing started. Random leagues involved. 0-2. Two and tight. Big home run production by the Mariners. Not something we're used to seeing in these kinds of multiples. We'll take it.
Well, maybe we'll see more of it over the weekend as the weather heats up.
Works for me.
A couple of day games on Saturday and Sunday. Supposed to be in the mid-70s.
Ramos out of Los Angeles, California. He's worked a full count against Peguero. Ramos the third pitcher tonight. You see Ichiro on deck. Right, this team at the beginning of the year had Manny Ramirez. Thought he was going to be their 3 or 4 hole hitter, and then, oh Manny, you did that again? Bye-bye. Three-two. Jason Vargas goes tomorrow, trying to bounce back after a couple of subpar starts. Doug Fister, Jeremy Hellickson on Saturday, Sunday. Eric Bedard against Wade Davis. 3 generations. There you go. I like it. Payoff pitch. Bounces it down to Zobrist. 2 outs. National League's best team. It's coming to Safeco Field. Make sure you're here for the big 3-game weekend series with the Fightin' Phils of Philadelphia. It's coming up on Friday, June 17th. Ryan Howard, Roy Halladay, Jimmy Rollins, Cliff Lee, and the rest of the Phillies all-star lineup. They make their first visit to Safeco Field in 6 years. Good seats still available. You better get them now. Go to mariners.com/tickets. I'm hearing there's a lot of travel packages coming out of Philly this year to come to Seattle.
Well, Ichiro would like to join the party tonight. He's 0 for 4. So we can check in with a base hit. Meter at 63.
This fan's starting to get a chant going. Ichiro with the 63 hits, even though he's slumping, still leads the ball club. Among the leaders in the American League. He did go, says Ron Culpa, 1-1. Now, if Felix does pitch in the series against the Phillies, he'll get Roy Oswalt or Cole Hamels. And that's the way it's shaping up at this moment. So you could be looking at, what, Lee, Oswalt, and Hamels coming in. Pretty formidable. 2-1 pitch. Phillies aren't hitting much, but that pitching certainly carrying them. Started today with a 2-game lead over Florida.
I'll tell you what, they're in for a tough go too. The Mariners starting pitching staff is nothing to sneeze at. These guys have really done a nice job this year.
2-2. Mariners second in ERA to the Oakland A's starting today. A's at 3.01 ERA. Mariners second at 3.36. Phillies at 3.21, second to Atlanta in the National League. Atlanta at 3.01. Phillies the best fielding team and mid-pack and hitting at 250. 2-2. Gobbled up by Brignac and then booted. 26. to the wickets.
Yeah. Barely was able to get some leather on it.
Don't miss out on the first annual Sunny Six Killer Celebrity Golf Classic, Friday, July 29th at the Cedars at Dungeness Golf Course. Hit the links with Sonny and other Husky legends to support children on the Olympic Peninsula. To register or for more info, call 360-417-7144. One of the great names in college football lore, Sonny Six Killer. Speaking of the Phillies, here's Brendan Ryan, and he worked a lot with Chase Utley during the offseason. Chase encouraged him to take things back up to the middle to the end to the right side, as he is doing, following the advice of hitting coach Chris Chambliss.
Utley is just starting to work his way back into things, isn't he?
Yeah. Terrific player, good hitter. They were scared to death that he was going to miss the whole season. Looking at that, I believe it was a microfracture issue.
Yeah.
A lefty-dominated lineup over there in Philly. Here's a name for you. How about this? Mets were down 7-0 to Pittsburgh. Come back and win 9-8. Who got the win for the Mets? Jason Isringhausen. I thought he was done.
Really?
Yeah, I remember seeing his name in spring training, then I forgot about it. Wound up getting a win today. Dug out by Shopik. Yeah, Jason Isringhausen. Good for him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Izzy started his career with the Mets. Got to be 15 years ago. Remember, he and Bill Pulsifer, and there was another guy I'll think of in a minute. Big 3. Paul Wilson was the 3rd guy who played for Tampa after the Mets moved him on. So Izzy missed all of 2010, had 8 innings in 09, and he's been in 22 games this year.
Good for him.
Full count to Ryan. Takes the ball. Ball 4. 2 outs, 2 on here for the Mariners. All signs point towards riding Sound Transit and saving a ton of money on gas and parking. Visit soundtransit.org for details. And here's Smoke. Line drive home run, swinging lefty in the 4th inning against the starter right-hander James Shields. When he bats left-handed, they put that shift on. Now they play him straight up. Chris Ray will throw the 9th for the Mariners. Aaron Laffey gave up a run on 2 hits in the 8th inning.
And he looks like he's ready to go, just pacing himself out in the bullpen.
Oh, 0-1 to Smoke. It's been a 4-home run night for the Mariners. Smoke with 1, Cust with 1, and Carlos Peguero with 2, 4 runs knocked in. Jack would love another hack here if Smoke can keep it going with 2 outs and 2 on. Let's see some thunder coming out of the Mariner bats. 5 runs in the 2nd inning if you're just joining us. 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. Two balls, 2 strikes. Let us not forget Adam Kennedy, part of that onslaught offensively. He's got 3 hits, an RBI, and a run scored. A 5-run inning, highlighted by the Cust homer to Figgins RBI and a Peguero home run. Drive deep to center. Going back is Upton. No, he's going to put it away, and that'll do it for the Mariners in the 8th. So 3 outs away from locking this bad boy up and going 2 games over 500 again. It'll be Chris Ray taking over on the mound for the Mariners. Root Sports is brought to you by Washington's Lottery. Play together, win together. By Whitmer Brothers Brewing, brewing without boundaries. And by Pizza Hut and the new Ultimate Stuffed Crust Pizza. Now get your favorite toppings and cheese baked right into the crust. Well, we've had some fabulous offensive fireworks tonight by the Mariners. They've hit 4 home runs, lead at 8-2, top 9 here at Safeco Field.
Chris Ray will get an opportunity to have an inning of work here. He's pitched well the last couple times out. It went a long time. It was a couple weeks almost before made an appearance. So now he's going to make 3 appearances here inside of a week.
I was asking Eric Wedge if he was in the doghouse. He says no, he just couldn't get to him. Paulie was rolling, Laffey was rolling, then he got Jamie Wright in the 8th. And League in the 9th. Back up the middle, a base hit off the bat of Sam Fuld. Jamie Wright, 8th inning specialist, tied for 2nd with 11 holds in the American League. Here's Reed Brignac, shortstop. He's 0 for 3. Felix Hernandez, the pitching star tonight. He bested James Shields. Felix with 7 innings, 5 hit, 1 run ball, 2 walks, 11 Ks. Chris Ray, former closer for the Giants, Baltimore, Texas. One and one the count. Upstairs. Last 6 games, these Tampa Bay Rays have been on a win-lose pattern. Their last 8 series, how about this? They're 1-5-2. Meanwhile, the Mariners swinging a miss. The Mariners have won 5 consecutive series. Last time they won 6 was in that heralded and fantastic 2001 season.
Well, this will be a tough one because it's 4 games, so to win 3 out of 4 against anybody is a difficult task, but they're off to a nice start.
Swing and a miss. That's a heck of a pitch by Chris Ray. Strikeout of Brignac. 1 out, 1 on. Here's John Jaso. He's going to pinch hit. Saturday night, Portland Timbers. They're going to continue their inaugural MLS campaign. They take on Chivas USA from the Home Depot Center in Carson, California. Live action starts 7:30 right here on Root Sports. With John Jaso, our other catcher. He'll bat. He's 0 for 5 as a pinch hitter. He bats for Kelly Shopik. So pinch hitting here in the 9th. 1 out, 1 on. Off the end of the bat, 1 and 2. This game turned out to be a beauty for the Mariners this evening. Swing and a miss.
It was a good slider tonight. A couple of good sliders down and in to the 2 left-handed hitters. A little bit of work. He's starting to sharpen things up a little bit, but this is a nice slider down and in. Swing over the top of it.
Well, that's a good sign to get this guy going. It's Paulie, Wright, League, Laffey. They've all been very effective and pretty consistent. And this is the most consistent work that Ray's had in a while. Here's Zobrist. Exit ball 1.
And they've had to pitch a lot.
Sam Full to second. Indifference, no stolen base. This will tag pretty well. Deep right center field. Goody giving chase. Goody at the track. He's there. Makes the catch. Everything you could want in a Mariner win tonight. Felix Knight. He wins, going 7 innings, striking out 11. And then the Mariners get out the Thundersticks and hit 4 home runs, 2 by Carlos Peguero. And the Mariners go to 2 games over.